we're going to move out and we're going to go for a walk and let everybody know that, like I've said before, we are here. And it doesn't mean just the Native people, it means everyone who came with us from all the communities that are affected by the Blackstone Pawtucket. Thank you.
Special thanks to this man right here. Come on, a round of applause for him. For his faith and his dedication and cleaning up our river and making it drinkable again. Thank you all. Have a great day.
Thank you, Chief. A couple more introductions. I'd like to introduce Dr. Darlene Flores. She represents a Taino Barika medicine keeper, traveling from Massachusetts with her 3 children, Muna, Samir, and Amina. Do you have any few words to offer? Dr. Flores.
Usakasakabo, Daluko. Good afternoon, my people. My name is Dr. Darlene Flores. I am Taino Boricua. I'm also known as the island of Puerto Rico. And I'm happy to be here with our northern relatives. The waterways is very important for us. We used these waterways to trade, communicate, and come together in community. And to see so many people here, intertribal, indigenous and non-indigenous, makes me very happy, especially that I'm able to bring my children, because I always have my 3 children, Muna, Zamir, and Amina. And I just want to thank everybody for being here today, and I hope that everybody could do their best and think about how we can contribute to making these waterways available for everybody, clean, and also that we can enjoy the waters today and tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you. For me, one of the most important people to be able to bring our history to the forefront and to share on the ways of our ancestors and the old ways, and certainly through the teachings of my mother for the last, who was a medicine man for the Narragansett tribe for the last 70 years. I'd like to introduce Nancy Brown Garcia. She represents the Narragansett tribe as the top deputy director for our historical preservation officer. She's our ethno-historian, our historian, and a host of other titles. Nancy.
Asami crossing my family and my blood and friends who have come here today to share this occasion with us. I'd like to start by giving my thanks for all of you who came and to acknowledge the sachems that have come today and the other dignitaries that have been here today. I'd also like to start and honor Hiawatha for all you have done for this. I'd like to honor the drum. And I was saving this for someone else, but I noticed my aunt is here, and I have to acknowledge her first and foremost. Can someone please come get this for Aunt Myra, please? I'd then like to say, before the coming of the Europeans, the Blackstone River would be lined with wigwams, activity and life. It was a way for us to travel. It was a place for us to get sustenance. It was a place for us to have enjoyment. Around 1790, they started building factories here on the Blackstone. By 1793, they had quite a few. Eventually, there were over 135 factories that lined the Blackstone. This river, who was renamed after after Blackstone, he came here and he was looking for a freedom that as soon as he came was taken from us. This river, who we guarded and protected for thousands of years, then became the most polluted river in the United States because it has been abused the longest. There were at least 100 factories by the 1800s that were just in a very small area that polluted this river. The memory of my ancestors were for the Blackstone, which for me as a Narragansett is called Mishkitacooksepe. Mishkitacooksepe was one of the largest, most, I'll say, fruitful rivers in Rhode Island, which provided the Narragansett, the Nipmuc, the Wampanoag with sustenance. But as I said, once the coming of the Europeans came, this river was killed, in essence. We are here today because all that the Creator has made, all that is related is created. All that it is created is related. There's not one thing here that isn't related to us, whether it's a tree, a rock, the earth, the water. All of these things are essential for us in life. One of the things I see when I do archaeology all over the state is how they have changed it and renamed it and reshaped it and renamed us and defined us and depicted us. In essence, though, we are still here to define and depict ourselves. There are names that people gave us that we haven't given ourselves. There are names we have for places which have now been renamed to other names. I don't think I would mind that so much if the new caretakers took care of the land. But that's not what we're seeing today. We're seeing the waterways disturbed. We're seeing the balance in nature disturbed. Many things are off its cycle because of the way the caretakers have taken care of the earth in today's society. Without clean air, without clean water, without clean land, we can't survive. The earth is our mother. The air, we have to breathe, we have to eat. All of these things in nature are important. But it seems that the early Europeans who came here disconnected themselves from the Blackstone. They felt it could be polluted, it could be dogged, it could be abused. Now it's up to us to try to make it well again, to try to heal it. I know that when it comes to healing things, we have to work very hard once we've made the mistake. So I hope that all of us can somehow find ways to protect the waterways that we have to interact with within our lives. Because this area here in Pawtucket isn't the traditional part of our clans, but what it is it's going to affect all of us, because this is going to affect the Nipmuc when it drains into Grafton. It's going to affect the Narragansett when it drains here into this area. It's going to affect all of us. When it evaporates and goes into the sky and falls back as rain, we will all get some of that. Whether we live in Charleston, everyone will be affected by the pollution that is here. So I hope people can find productive ways to try to heal that. And the only way we can do that is to work together and know that there is one type of people, one race, the human race. I hope with that, everyone can somehow come together in positive ways to heal this beautiful mission. For us, this is thousands of years old for the Narragansett. It has been our sister, our mother, our brother. It has fed us. It has taken care of us. For us now not to give it a voice to say, you are hurting us, it is hurting all of us. So I hope with that you can take that wisdom and figure out ways to help clean up all of our waterways, not just this one. With that I say, Tabatniat and Kalkunamish, I hope all of you find God's favor.
Thank you, Nancy. I would ask everyone to stand. We're going to offer an honor song. I would ask everyone to stand, and all men remove your headgear. Everybody will line up so we can start our march. Do you have any words before I sing this song, John, that you would like to add?
Thank you, Hiawatha. I really appreciate everyone coming out today to help make the Blackstone clean again. We need herring, and we need the community support, and this is a good show of support right here. And I'd like to introduce the Mayor of Pawtucket, Don Gravian, to welcome you to the city of Pawtucket.
Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome to the great city of Pawtucket and to the National Park grounds of Slater Mill. We're excited about this. I want to thank the Friends of the Blackstone and the Narragansett tribe for organizing this event, and particularly Stephanie Covino for her efforts. So let's give them a round of applause for putting this together. I'd also like to thank all of the nonprofits, all of the community organizations to here, and I'd also like to recognize some of the dignitaries that are here. I saw Treasurer Diosa, who was here with his children, Senator Kano, Sandra Kano, and also Councilor Gregor. So they're here in support of these organizations and making sure we keep the Blackstone clean. I have the privilege of looking out my office window, if I ever am in there, to see the Blackstone all the time, and I can tell you that I'm so honored. And to be here today to really celebrate this here on World Cultural Diversity Day, there's no better day to do this. So thank you for all that you've done for our Indigenous folks, for our community. Thank you for your leadership in keeping us wise and open to doing the right things. And God bless and let's enjoy the day. Thank you.
By the looks of looking out here, there's everybody that's pretty much on the same page as for the sake of change, for the betterment of this river and the environment. Again, if you would stand, all men, remove your headgear. And open up our prayers to our ancestors that walked these grounds for tens of thousands of years before any of us stepped on this earth. We would like to try to remember why we're here today in the cause that we have fought for thousands of years now. Today we have the opportunity to share our concerns, share some of our problems with our indigenous communities throughout the southern part of New England, as well as our neighbors and our friends and visitors. So let's continue on this path of support and solidarity, because it's most important that we focus collectively. As we stand in this small circle, we're the messengers. It's the politicians in this government that makes and determines what our fate is, especially in the environmental issues. So we must all have the same voice and work collectively. At this time, I'd like to take a moment to introduce these two young men that I've had the privilege of knowing from the time they were young boys. Seeing them walk the circle, the path of our ancestors, with our songs and our language is most significant. The drum is the heartbeat of who we are today. It delivers our message to the Earth Mother, as well as to the Creator, in everything that is within our circle of life. With no further ado, if all the participants, whether you're sitting in the audience or whether you're standing back here, please come into the circle so we can do a couple honor dances, and we'll close out with a round dance, which is a dance of unity. Therefore, I expect everybody to be in that dance of unity, everyone that's here today. Thank you.
Good afternoon, folks. As you can see, I have a loud voice, so I got to stand way back here. How's everybody doing today? I'll ask you one more time. How's everybody doing today? That's much better. Once again, forgive me for speaking in front of my elders. My name is Jeffrey Pegram. I'm a contemporary traditional Native American singer. I'd like to acknowledge John Marsland, because without John's belief and effort, this would not be possible. So let's give John a round of applause. He's a pretty humble guy, so he doesn't like people to say nice things about him. But I said, when you're doing good things, especially for all people, it's important that you acknowledge him. I'd also like to acknowledge Hiawatha Brown, who just introduced us. This is my nephew Connor, and then once again my sister Nancy Brown Garcia. So again, in our ways we dance clockwise. So this particular dance, a couple of my nieces and sisters are going to come out into the circle, but the dance is going to go clockwise, and it's called an intertribal, and basically just follow the style of my niece and my sister who are going to come into the arena. And just when you walk in that circle, you want to put good thoughts into what we're doing today. We're all here because we're concerned about the environment. Would you agree? Yeah. Right. In our ways, we think 7 years ahead in terms of what we do today, or 7 generations ahead, how that's going to affect what's happening in terms of babies that aren't even born yet. So think about that. So we have to get out of our thinking of what we're doing in the moment in terms of, oh, we're doing it in this moment. We need to think of how that's going to affect generations to come. Whether, like Bruce was saying, that river's going to be there regardless if we're here or not. So while we're here, we might as well chip in and do better by the river, wouldn't you say? Water is life. Would you acknowledge that? All right, so once again, we're going to sing these 2 intertribals, and like Hiawatha said, the last song will be a round dance, where it's a social dance where nobody will have a good reason unless you can't stand, but this will make you stand because it's good medicine, right? But the bottom line is enjoy yourself, put your heart in a good place, which I know it is, and enjoy. Stay right where you are. We're going to sing another song, and then once again, the final song for this part of our presentation will be the round dance. This will be another intertribal. You guys are looking awesome. So now what I'm going to do is have my sister, my granddaughter, and my niece. I want you guys to just do a little demonstration. We'll do the beat of what our round dance will look like. I'm just going to do the beat, and they're going to show you. Hold everyone's hand and close up the circle.
But we have to give back, because that's also what puts balance in. If we continue to live off these fish, if we continue to use these fish, if we continue to use this water, we have to invest our efforts and our care into protecting it and taking care of it. And that's fundamentally what it's all about. And I'm happy to see that Rhode Island passed rights of nature within your state. It's a powerful tool, and I think it's a great thing that there's an understanding of what's underneath all that. And let's keep on working so that we have clean air, clean water, clean soil for future generations. Thanks.
All right.